Well, it all began for me a couple of years ago, and my health really had been deteriorating. I went for a couple of operations, I had some problems. I'm 74 years old, and as I mentioned, it was really deteriorating pretty quickly. Over the past 6 months, it really got worse. Friends of mine, people that I know, saw what I looked like. I had major problems with tearing from the eyes, constantly dripping. I had problems with high blood pressure, with cholesterol, triglycerides, and diabetes. And I really felt terrible. Not only did I feel terrible, I looked terrible. People saw that in me, and I saw it in myself because I have a mirror and I saw what I look like. And quite honestly, I was really almost giving up hope. At 74 years old, I figured my body's just deteriorating, my organs are deteriorating, and that's part of the life cycle. But I didn't want to give up, and I contacted Dr. Calapai because I know he does a lot of unusual things, and really, when you need to go beyond, he's the person to go to. And so I called Dr. Calapai. We made an appointment. He took the blood tests, found out what I was lacking, what needed to be done. But really, in looking at my overall health, felt that a stem cell infusion would probably benefit me tremendously. So I agreed to do it that day. And it was probably the best decision I ever made in my life because 3 months later, as I went back and got retested, my triglycerides were 540, they went down to 140. My cholesterol was 240, it went down to 120. I am no longer a diabetic where my A1C was 7.3, it's now 5.7. I don't have the pains. I have so much more energy. I get up and I've done things around the house that I haven't done in 10 years. When I first had this conversation with Dr. Calapai, he said, you're going to look and you're going to feel like you did 10, 15 years ago. And he was absolutely right. This was absolutely the best decision I made. And it's not something that I heard third hand or second hand. This is something that I'm living. I lived through it. I've seen it. I feel it. I couldn't go up a flight of stairs without holding onto the banister and trying to gasp for breath. Now I run up the stairs. It's absolutely amazing. I feel like I got a new lease on life. I feel like I'm not 74 anymore. I'm 64 or 60. And everybody around me sees that, including my wife. In fact, one of the benefits is that when I chase my wife, I can catch her now. So it's a positive for me. She may not be too happy about it, but it's a positive for me. I'm off my medications, and that was one of the things that Dr. Calapai said would happen. Actually, I got off them a lot sooner than I thought I would. I really thought this would be a much longer regimen, but I started feeling good 2 weeks after I had the stem cell infusion. I got a lot more energy. Again, as I mentioned earlier, doing things around the house. I couldn't go in the backyard and dig a hole to put a plant in without being out of breath. A few weeks after the stem cell infusion, I planted 25 plants digging through roots in the hot sun, and I wasn't tired at all. So it's just amazing. I just can't express how much better I feel after having that stem cell. And you know what? The whole thing took an hour and 15 minutes, and an hour of it was to purify the blood. No pain, no downtime. I would recommend this to anybody that has any health issues that is looking to get it resolved.